EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air, and we get you set for football from rainy Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check, 47. Come on, D. Bang, 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 bang. Hold on. Check. 47's the mic, 47's the mic. Maverick. Let's go, let's bring it.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Shell. Harbaugh. Mike 5-4. Four down. Hey, watch the ball.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Super.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's good. 180. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. That's what I do.
Chester.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Watch the screen. Mike 5-4. DC. Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Hey, switch gears.
Goff, a quick throw complete to Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Value one. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 95-56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Under crush. Under crush. Under crush. 5-9.
On 1st down, Breeze. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Breeze to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
21. Hey, Haywood.
To throw, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, is he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Alert flag, alert flag, flag.
From the 38, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. Switch up, switch. 47's the mic.
Throwing on third, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. Spinning away. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
12.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I smell fear in that offense. Watch the safety creep.
We go 21. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slant.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Ready. 25, 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Yellow lady.
You must be Drew.
Check. You're good.
Breeze now on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Bring it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check nickel.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
14.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, defense. Value three.
Hey, box drop.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got you. Mike, 56.
To the air again. Goff. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Motion, motion, I got one.
Throwing again is gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 46 yards on the play. Now it's Zuerlein to try the Ram field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
23 yards on the play.
23 yards. First down, Saints.
Ready. 95-56, 95-56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't
Breeze now on first down. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Ted Ginn Jr. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing now is Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for his Saints first down.
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get it to him back at the 40. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks.
And the pressure gets to him again. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Going up top. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Let's go. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Here's Goff. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A.J. Klein. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 5-9. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Over. Greystone, travel.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I know he ain't got it.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 65 yards on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
12. 37's the mic. Come on.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now it's Ginn.
Oh,
He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We go. 76. 76.
Bravo! You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hey, lift!
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Check 52. Super 66. Hey, Alpha.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Motion. Hey, 76. 76. 76. 47, Mike. 47.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Hey, let's go.
Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Goff now looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 38, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Listen. 47's the mic.
Exit.
From the gun, here's Goff. Being chased, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Goff to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but now it's third and goal.
It's now third down and 14.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Easy, opposite.
Breeze is looking to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for New Orleans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.